What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Coach Taz back with another marketing video, and in today's video I want to share with you just 3 common mistakes that I see indie developers make all the time when it comes to developing out their marketing strategy. Even though this is going to be a shorter video, it's going to be very impactful because these 3 mistakes you can fix immediately today after watching this video. So let's break them down. Common mistake number 1 that I see indie developers make all the time is waiting too freaking long to start out their marketing strategy. Whether that's advertising and marketing for an upcoming game or just building their personal brand online. Listen guys, it is 2025. If you've been a part of this channel for a little while, you know personal branding is my niche. That is what I was born to do. I love brand marketing, but the facts are out there. All the statistics are out there. All the studies have been done. The vast majority of consumers that purchase a product or a service do so on an emotional basis because they know, like, and trust a particular company. You develop this rapport with consumers based on your personal branding and getting out there in the marketplace. I get it. I get it, guys. I speak to a lot of indie developers every single week. The vast majority of you, and this is not me taking shots at anybody, the vast majority of you are introverts. You're not comfortable being in front of a camera. But for my serious business owners out there that want to turn your passion into a full-time, full stream income, you got to start taking things seriously. This is your personal brand. This is your company. This is what you're trying to build up to. The vast majority of consumers out there, all the statistics show this, the vast majority of consumers out there that purchase a product or a service do so from not only just an emotional basis, but that emotion is developed based on knowing, liking, and trusting a particular brand. How a consumer ends up developing that trust for a particular brand is seeing all their content online. It's getting the behind the scenes stuff. You pull back the curtain, you reveal yourself, you put yourself out there to the public. You don't have to spend tons and tons of money on paid advertising anymore. You can get direct access to your ideal consumer just from your smartphone, just connecting on social media or going to online forums. Be sure you start building out your personal brand online and you don't wait until you're ready to release your game in 3 to 6 months. By that time, it's just too late because the marketplace is way too competitive. Start marketing early. The second common mistake that I see indie developers make all the time is actually building out their games inside of a bubble. And by that, I mean just being very isolated. Now, I'm going to potentially say some things that is going to trigger a few of you, but it's okay because I say this out of the love of my heart because I want you to grow and improve. The only way that we improve, regardless gaming industry to the side, the only way that we grow and improve as human beings in this world is by challenging ourselves. And how we're going to challenge ourselves, a very big part of that comes from being in a local community or even an online community of people that will hold you accountable and will challenge you on your ideas, on your beliefs, on your strategies, on whatever you're implementing within your game. Listen, this goes way deeper than game development, but you have to, once again, put yourself out there, and you cannot just isolate yourself from the world. There's too many indie developers that I personally know that just develop their games inside of a vacuum. And when they look for feedback based on their prototypes, they're normally asking their friends, their family members, people that develop similar games to them that will instantly say, yeah, that's a great job. You're doing really good. I like that thing that you've done 100 times before. There is a massive movement right now, and it is very concerning. Politics aside, this is getting very, very concerning within the gaming industry when there are media outlets that do not like your game and criticize your game, whether it's to a huge nationwide or a global audience, or it's just in your local freaking hub. I have seen it on all scales. There are indie developers that just take things way too personally. When somebody doesn't like their content, they start blasting them online. They get ultra offended. They start saying all this really offensive stuff online. Listen, you're creating art. You're a creator. That's what you signed up for. I did a mix of multimedia design for well over 16 years. Every website I created, every graphic design I created, every short story I created, every video I created, every piece of art that I created, whether for an employer or for myself and my own company, it was always criticized. And I had to learn very early on, from an emotional maturity standpoint, I had to learn how to accept and hear criticism while just biting my teeth. Even if I didn't agree, I had to listen and receive that feedback and decide whether I needed to implement it or not. You don't have to implement every piece of criticism that comes to your table, but the point is you have to at least be open to it. If you're going to put your stuff out there, and especially if you're going to charge money for your creation, you have to be open to receiving that feedback, because guess what? Vast majority of the time, when I've been open to criticism from people that have critiqued my products and my services, a lot of the times I hate it. My inner lawyer wants to say, I object. But a lot of the times when I sit and I start to revise my creations and I see the end product, a lot of the times I'm shocked that the initial product or service becomes better. Start asking non-friends or family or colleagues that you've worked with for years that are afraid to hurt your feelings. Show off your stuff to complete strangers and get their authentic feedback. I promise you, it's going to make you a better developer in the end. Common mistake number 3 is relying just on social media. Yep, you knew that we were going there, but it's okay. Hear me out, because I got a lot to say on this subject. It's 2025. You cannot rely on social media to do all the marketing for you. It's a great place to start, and by all means, if you can, try to get on as many platforms as you can, as long as your ideal consumer is on those platforms regularly. By all means, don't waste your time on platforms that your consumer and your ideal gamer isn't on. So guess what? For the vast majority of you, the gamers that you'll want to attract to your particular game, product, service, whatever, is probably going to be on Twitter. It's probably going to be on Discord. It's probably going to be on YouTube. It's probably going to be on Twitch. Look onto these platforms, study the platforms, but once you figure out where your target audience is, don't let that be your only method of marketing. Once again, we're going full circle here. It all goes down to where you're comfortable. And to all my introverts out there, I know this gets you very uncomfortable. For a lot of you, just sharing your posts on social media is challenging enough, and now I'm asking you to do more. Like, I get it. This might be a challenging video for you to listen to, but the fact of the matter is this: you don't own Meta, you don't own Twitter, you don't own Twitch, you don't own Discord. What happens if all those platforms shut down tomorrow? We've seen it done. We've seen Meta shut down for 24 hours. We've seen Twitter, or X, whatever you want to call it, shut down for a few hours. We saw TikTok shut down for a day. Like, all these platforms that predominantly indie developers advertise on, they've all been shut down at one time or another. So it is way too risky to put all your eggs into that basket. And plus, let's just think of this from a practical standpoint. It's time to launch your game. It's time to advertise your game. You need to get in front of as many eyeballs as humanly possible. But the algorithm on the vast average that all these social media platforms, and I would know because I do this full time for a living, these social media platforms typically, because they want you to invest in their memberships, in their paid advertising programs, they only showcase your content to roughly about 10% of your audience. And that number has actually gone down over the last few years. Now I've noticed on Meta platforms, it's getting down towards like 6 to 8% of our followers list. Twitter, unless you join one of their memberships, is completely ridiculous. Like, if you're just starting out as an indie studio, I honestly wouldn't even waste your time on Twitter or X, because it shows to just a handful of followers. It's just a wasted platform. Maybe things like Reddit might work, but regardless of what platform that you choose, once you grab in that initial follower list by making attractive content that people want to follow up on and stay in touch with, you need to periodically making sure that you're advertising an email list, or at bare minimum, at least a Discord server. Like, you have to move your audience off of social media and get them into a second or potentially a third marketing touch point. Gradually move them off of TikTok, off of Twitter, off of Facebook, wherever, and gradually move them into a platform that you have more control over. This could be your Discord channel. This is heavily debated amongst marketers, but listen, email is still king. All the numbers are showing this, and you control all your email subscribers down to a particular point. Now, granted, people can unsubscribe from your email list, but at least you have direct control of when you reach out to your audience, and the vast majority of your email subscribers will actually see your email, because all of us have to check our emails every single day, some of us multiple times a day, as opposed to you just moving everybody to your Discord server and just hoping that people log into Discord, hoping that people will go to your server under your particular channel that you're releasing news on, and just hoping that they take action on your game by purchasing or downloading a demo or seeing your announcement or whatever. But the point of the matter is this that I want you to take away from this. Make sure that you build that initial audience in the beginning on social media, but then you, over time, make sure you're funneling those individuals to your own platforms like your email list. It is very simple to get started. I've created a video on this. I'll be sure to link it in the video below, but make sure you're funneling these people off of social media to a platform that you control, and that platform that ultimately you have 100% control over is your email list. It's not even Discord. So there you have it. There's your 3 common mistakes that I see indie developers make way too frequently. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, drop a comment, hit the subscribe button, do all the things, because the algorithm on YouTube hates us and is not showing us the content, showing us to other people. So make sure that you're being active in the comments. That way this content gets shared to more indie developers that need this help. This is my passion. This is what I love doing. So until next time, guys, I will see you in the next video. Have a great week. Peace.